How's it going, YouTubers? Again, this is Rodney back at you. The mindset for wealth building. Got another tip for you. Starting off with the three things. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Children don't save for the parents, but parents save for the children. House and wealth comes from the father. Building wealth is not about one individual earning money just for themselves. Wealth creation or wealth building is to provide for yourself and to share. That's what wealth is about. It's a tool to be able to help others, those you may love, those that you have grown a relationship with, and someone may come to you, or you might just out of the kindness of your heart, but you might just want to give them something because you have created wealth for yourself and your family is taken care of. So wealth creation is not a selfish thing, but it enables you to be able to help others. I'd like to leave you with this topic: blinded by the truth. Blinded by the truth. Oftentimes, when people tell others about things that they can do to build wealth, they say it's too good to be true. So even though the truth has been spoken, that truth blinds them and say it's too good to be true. There's a myth out there that they would say, well, you know what they say, if it sounds too good, it's not good. Who are the they? Who are those people that have it programmed in your mind when you hear about something that is too good to be true? I thought that in America, we have what we call the American dream, that we can go out there and build something for ourselves. And the opportunity is out there to do so. So, too good to be true? Nah, that's a myth that a lot of people hang their hat on and fall to that blindness because, oh, that don't sound real. That's just too much money too fast, or whatever the case may be. Let me bring this to your attention. People have been making, those who have been working, this assumption over a lifetime have made millions of dollars, but they're not millionaires because they make the money too slow. If you can take the amount of money that you make right now annually and speed it up by 6 months, what would that look like? What if you took that 6 months and then you drop it down to, you make that equivalent in 3 months? What if you take that money and then make it monthly? Too good to be true? Well, people do it all the time. What about people that hang their hat on jobs? And I'm not saying that you're one of them that have ever been laid off before. Do they say, oh man, I've been laid off, I'm not ever looking for a job again, I'm done? Nope, they go get another one. But the select few may say, I'm going to start my own thing. I want to be in control of my future, my income and stuff like that. It's hard, but people go out there and do it and they get it done. So we will quit something, get fired from something, laid off from something, let go, because you know the big drop that we had when they had doing that. For those who remember the right sizing of companies, and they let a whole lot of people go, and they call it right sizing. Those very people were looking for another job that they were looking for. They didn't say, "Oh man, let me not go out there and try it again." The reason why I'm saying that is because we get tainted because something don't work, or we tried a couple things and it doesn't work, or it didn't work. if you just remember history, guys, how many things that we take advantage of today that took people thousands or hundreds of times to perfect something before it became a reality in which we could use it or consume it. If they were just, oh man, I tried 3 times and it didn't work, and they just stop, a lot of stuff that we enjoy today would not be present right now with us. So when someone comes and speak about stuff, tell you about stuff that's real, we are blinded by that truth because we're tainted by maybe some previous experiences that we didn't take from it as learning experiences, maybe devastating stuff. And you say, I don't want to have anything else to do with it. And there's some things out there will knock you to your knees. And you say, man, I don't want to be a part of that. But you say, I don't want to be a part of that, but I'm going to do something greater. I'm going to do something better because it's wealth out there. The world is driven by wealth. And the thing that you have to ask yourself is, do you want to have that wealth in your life? Do you want that wealth to be a part of the loved ones that you are to take care of and to provide for? Do you want that? And I'm hoping I'm talking to people that want that wealth, because this is having the mindset in order to create wealth. And so you have to have that mindset that I'm open. Everything is not in a box. When you hear something, you throw it away because it sounds too good. Or as I stated in this in our topic, blinded by the truth. The truth is there, but you can't see it. The reality is there, but you can't see it. It's too bright. It looks too good. And so we just say, man, I don't see what you're seeing. The only thing I have is what I've noticed in the past. I put out a bombshell, and I was able to talk to some friends. I had to go out of town, like I stated on my last video, to go to a funeral. And I was just talking to some friends that were talking about how bright certain people are and the things that they have accomplished and the billions of dollars that they have. And one of the things that crossed our conversation was about AI and how big that was. I heard a conversation the other day, like when all the countries were trying to get to the moon or aircraft and all that stuff. Everybody was in this race. Right now, the race is AI. And I said in this bombshell, if you want to be wealthy, you have to be part of what the world is going toward or what the world is experiencing. Yes, you can make some money on the things that are present today and been present for years to come, but you have to follow the trends. And this is the truth that I'm trying to get you to understand. So if you can tap into, not be a consumer of or hear about, but be able to tap into the direction of where the world is going right now is AI. If you can tap into that, you have an opportunity to potentially make some good income. If you can tap into it, you don't have to understand it, just be able to get into it. There's a lot of things, and I'm not talking about investing in AI. I'm not talking about it, but I'm going to bring this up. There's a lot of things that we are not familiar with, but when it's trending up and it's making money, people will invest in it. Why? Because they want the benefits of it. I don't care to know the A's through Z's about certain things in order to benefit from it. I don't have to know if I hit my light switch, what all takes place for my lights to come on. I'm not concerned about that. All I want to do is when I hit that switch, I benefit for the light that's going to be in my room. So I'm not worried about that. Sometimes we just overthink stuff and have to know all this. No, all you got to do is know that it's trending up. People are making money. They invest in stuff and then they reap the reward. What we usually do when it's all dead, when it's all gone, when everybody has made their millions or billions of dollars, then we scrape up our little bit of money, invest into something, and it's over and it's gone, and we get very little. Why? Because we were blinded by the truth, or it was too good to be true, or we didn't hear about it. But if you're like me, you keep your eyes and ears open to things that will benefit you. That's why you're looking at this video. The bombshell is, and I have a link. The bombshell is to follow the trend. And I'm giving you a truth. And don't be blinded by the truth. You need to be able to tap into, not talk about, not look at or tell stories about, but get into it, tap into AI technology, be a part of it so that you can benefit from it. It's in my description. Just click on it, register. I'm saying it's free. It's nothing out of pocket. Nobody's going to say put in your credit card information, none of that stuff like that. But if you want to get into the know, if you want to get into what's happening right now, you need to open your eyes. Don't be blinded by the light, by the truth that I'm sharing with you right now, and go in there and start looking around, start educating yourself from a different perspective on what's taking place. That is a truth. You can't be blinded by the things that are taking place. If you want to create wealth, the mindset that you got to have is I'm going to do whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes. I'm not worried about if something doesn't work, because that's just how life is. You don't know the ins and outs of the companies that you heard about, know about Google and all this, Apple and all these companies. You don't know the difficulties that they had before you saw them, because we wasn't at the table. Oh, but if you really get to the nuts and bolts and start reading and diving into these companies, how difficult it was to go through all the hurdles that they had, legal hurdles and all kinds of hurdles that they had to go through just for you to find out who they are once they have went through all the hard ache and work that they had to do to present a product before you. What happened, folks, are when you are involved in something, sometimes things are not going to go like you want them to go, just like in those big companies. But you have to endure, start over again. Let me learn a little bit. Let me learn from that. Let me grow from that. Let me look at the things that I don't want to happen again. And we begin to educate ourselves. And then we begin to fine tune what we're looking for. I've been in this business for over 20 years. I know what I'm looking for. And I know the hard breaks, and I thought something was going to happen and it didn't. I thought this was going to happen and it didn't. I thought it was going to be like that, but it wasn't. But when you begin to learn certain things, you begin to see that it takes certain things to be in place for those things to happen. And so I've seen enough over the years to understand what I'm looking for. And I wouldn't present anything to you that I wouldn't do for myself, and knowing that I will benefit from it. I'm not trying to get rich off of somebody, because it doesn't benefit me by giving you this link for you to look into it, because I don't pay you. The company pay you for the things that you need to do if you want to be a participant in what we're saying. Just like any other business, there's your part and it's the company's part. And so once you understand how big this company is, then you understand it. Someone said, well, won't you tell me what it is? Well, just go in there and look at it. You'll find out what it is, no cost to you. because that's one thing that we do. We like to get all the information up front, make an evaluation off of information we don't understand, that we don't know, just like we do when we apply for jobs. We don't know if the company's in for foreclosure, bankruptcy. The only thing we know, they hire. We don't know nothing about the CEO. Oh, they've been around for a long time. That's all we know. We don't know the ins and outs. We don't know if the owner's going to sell, is in the foreclosure, about to sell the company. When they sell the company, just like Sprint did, and they let a whole lot of people go and they integrated and all that stuff. Those employers didn't know that. So when we find ourselves hooking our wagon up to these so-called fixed income sources, jobs, we don't know the ins and outs. And so don't say that you know them because you know the name. You don't know them because you don't know what's going on behind the doors. So all I'm saying, I'm in there. I know what's going on, and I'm providing you with some truth. And I hope that you don't be blinded by the truth in which I'm trying to share. If you want to create wealth, the mindset that you got to have is you got to be open, and you got to be willing. And I said the other day, you got to be ambitious, and you got to be willing to try. And if it doesn't cost you anything, you don't lose anything. Hear what I'm saying? When education, when knowledge, when opportunities, or whatever the case may be, come to you, and it's something that you're desiring, and it costs you nothing, you should take a look at it. But oftentimes we are blinded by the truth. Guys, don't be blinded by the truth. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm telling you the truth. And either you're going to accept it, put your shades on, and say, hey, I'm going to walk into this light, or you're going to be blinded by it, and you're going to be like a deer in the headlights and stop in your tracks and do nothing. Don't be blinded. Follow the truth. Check it out for yourself, and be a wealth creator for you and your families. Talk to you next time. Take care.